Gucci Mane with a special announcement to make. Now I hope everybody brought their appetites and they ready for this Monday, April 27th at Red Bones Barbecue in Davis Square. This is a special pop-up event brought to you by Wade Barbecue at Red Bones in Somerville. This Monday, April 27th, 12 p.m. until the food runs out. And yes, Wade will be serving up the classics such as brisket, pulled pork, smoked chicken, and more. Famous sides such as barbecue beans, turkey collard greens, potato salad, and all that good stuff. You do not want to miss out on this event. Once again, this is Wade's Barbecue Pop-Up at Red Bones in Davis Square, 55 Chester Street, Somerville, Mass. Monday, April 27th, 12 p.m. until the food runs out. Be there.
Ooh, big shout out to everybody. We back. It's your boy Wiley Sparks. Y'all know what I say. Cambridge Gucci Mane. We on Cambridge Gucci Live. As y'all can see, we doing it special today. Introduce the guest with no further ado. Won't you introduce yourself, my brother?
How y'all doing? My name is D. Wade or David Wade. I am the pitmaster and owner of Wade Barbecue.
Wade
Yes,
Barbecue. And we got a special guest, reoccurring guest in the house. Let them know.
Poppy.
Yay. With the Peakley's, brother.
Peakley's Poppy.
I got been tapped in, man. Met him right by the jungle in Somerville, Sanborn Court.
Oh.
You already know, man. Tune into, Quick Grub with Steck. We got Woe with Wally. Shit's going crazy.
So, yeah, man, we got something going on, man. This is going to be the first time back in Somerville and since 2024.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
No, you was in Somerville for a pop-out right there. For
By the jungle, right?
Party.
I did do Porch Fest, and I did Homegirls Going Away Party. You're right. She did a theme like it was a funeral.
What? Really?
Yo, everybody walked up and was like, sorry for your loss. I'm like, yo, girl, you going to New York. What are you talking about?
That's that repast food celebration
right.
there.
Hey, but they ate and they loved that. But yeah, man, you're right. But this is going to be the first time that Wade Barbecue is going to be official back in Somerville, if only for one day, but over at Red Bones. I appreciate it. They are pretty much giving me run of the place.
Yeah.
They said, hey, well, to an extent, but they're giving me run of the place so that I can be able to bring my barbecue out to you guys. And that's very important that I make sure I show, Cambridge and Somerville all that love that they showed me while I was out there, struggling, man. Hey,
that's right.
This restaurant business is not an easy thing, bro.
Let's bring it to the bones of this thing. I want to know how did Wade's Barbecue start.
Me too.
When you first hit the smoker, all that.
So, you know what? It's a good story and a sad story, and it's a happy story, but you know what? At the end of the day, it kind of boils down to family. You know, and Wade Barbecue would not be Wade Barbecue without Charles Wade Sr., my father, and Alfonso Irving, Deacon Alfonso Irving, my grandfather, who was one of my personal heroes. He's very few black men out there who were out there just, grinding, making that possibilities and opportunities happen. But more importantly, I think it's just a combination of my entire family. Feeding is like air in my family. Feeding people is like love in my family. It's how we show love. And if you guys think about it, it's one of those common things that we all have. And I mean, myself, you, your entire audience, when folks come through, man, you want to be able to make sure folks are welcome and folks feel. And my dad was a master of that. And let me tell you, we grew up in Columbia Point in Dorchester, and let me tell you, it was not, shady acres. This was no, we didn't have white picket fences and little Dalmatians running around the yard. No, we had pit bull puppies and rats the size of cats out there. Instead, but we still made magic happen. And I think that right there, in a sense, from what barbecue is, it's something that you have very little of, and you make it something big.
Yep, stretch it out.
Oh man,
Steel skin.
yes, we adapt, and that's precisely what it was. My father, has been barbecuing year round in Dorchester.
Yeah,
and it was our culture, and I remember since I was high enough to reach the grill, and then by the time I get older, and I realize people don't do this like that.
Yeah,
I'm like, what do you mean you're putting your grill away for the winter time?
Yeah, right. You all around year with it, right?
Yeah. Oh man. It's yes. It runs deep in my blood for sure. All of my family's blood, but my family, all of my family and my friends all have an influence. But Wade Barbecue came out of a necessity. You know what I'm saying? Think about it, brother. I'm sure both of you guys can relate to where you guys work a job, right? And you do this at such a high level that it frustrates you, the others. And then you come to that point where you're like, I just need to do this for myself.
Yeah, exactly. That's a fact.
Something done, you need to do it yourself.
Oh, yes. So barbecue, let me just give you a quick history lesson. When it comes to barbecue, right? And we all kind of know that it's with it's attached to the Southern lifestyle, and we understand that.
Yep.
But the barbecue culture up here is almost non-existent, and even though our peoples migrated up here from Jim Crow South, and we brought our barbecue with us, it still lacks. Well, it's not that we lack. It's the exposure to the rest of the city.
The culture of it.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Like, think about it, man. You have to be a special kind of special to sit in front of a grill for 11 hours.
Yeah.
11 hours.
And not use that thing.
Oh, and when you done,
Woo.
but the reward when you done.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all tried this.
The happy faces, the stuffed bellies.
Oh, man. And on top of that, the fact, a good finished product. You know what I mean? A lot of the stuff I have over here, these ribs, come from a lot of mistakes. But also,
trial and error, baby.
Exactly. But those mistakes got it refined to the point to where I can do this in my sleep. That's the culture of barbecue.
Yeah.
There's no rushing. There's no quick deliver. There's no nothing. And if it's fast, you don't want it.
Nah, you don't want it.
Nah.
You don't want that.
And how many
fast.
times have y'all been to a barbecue joint around here that was just straight garbage? Or good one day, bad the next.
Yeah, yep. Touch and go.
Now, can I get a question? Do you think the culture's lacking maybe due to the weather? Because at the same time, we don't have... Now you do your smoker. Shout out to Jungle, Somerville, that whole area. He was smoking when it was negative 10 degrees, had a line outside that looked like the methadone clinic.
Fact.
Yes.
People.
Yes.
But do you think it's like kind of an inconvenience for the simple fact that most people don't want to be outside in the smoker when it's
In the cold?
breakout? When it's
You know
breakout,
what?
that's not something someone wants to do. I know you've done it.
Yeah.
I was outside the trenches with you. You know what I'm saying? I was outside the trenches, negative 10 degrees.
Yes, sir.
People
Yes,
outside
sir.
waiting in line, waiting for them ribs and the brisket. But most people don't want to deal with it.
Over at my house, my father, listen, here's my father's thing about cold weather and snow as it pertains to barbecue.
Oh.
Great. You know what
Great.
that means? You don't have to buy ice. You have somewhere to stick the bears in. You know what I'm saying? It gives the kids something to do.
True that.
You give the kids something to do. Make the big old snow
Little
mound.
snow hut.
Exactly.
Hump
Builds
Exactly.
character.
Exactly. And guess what? The thing was still smoking. But you know what? The weather is not so much a thing. It's not. When I say the culture,
Yeah.
if you think about it, brother, how far have y'all traveled for a good burger? For any burger?
I'm not really. I would track 500 miles and I would track 500 for a good old burger. A good old. You told me that,
Yeah, for good food, I'll try. Shout out my man.
Yeah. Exactly.
Burger. You got the Lambo burger. I do like burgers.
Yeah,
Time
exactly.
to time. I'm not going to say it's my thing. I'd rather like a brisket.
Yep.
I got a question for you though.
Burnt
I want to know what was the first thing you did.
Oh,
What was the
man.
first?
Chicken, and I burnt the mess out of it.
Ah.
Chicken. Oh, and it was that first good It was that first good ass whooping.
Yeah,
for real. You know, I was 11 years old, and one of my friends came running by, and my father was like, watch this chicken, and I'm going to show you all the way, and I'm up there, yeah, dad.
Yeah.
And as soon as my friend came by, I went running off like every 11-year-old does, and come back, burnt chicken on the grill, and my father saw this, and ooh.
Oh, man.
But you can spill milk, you can do this, break a window by accident, and my father will give you that good old discipline. But you burn some chicken, ooh.
That's it.
It's an offense. But when I asked you about the whole, how far will you travel for food? With barbecue, people will hop on a plane.
Fine.
I have, like, so since I opened up over at Sanborn, I've accumulated, you know, a nice, good customer base, a very good one. And I've, among those customer base, were people that happen to be stopping by or happen to be walking by from Florida, from Georgia, from Texas. And these cats came back the following year. Hopped on a plane with the purpose, I'm coming back here.
Yep, for Wade.
Oh, yes. And I think the culture is that it's patience. Up here, we are...
Definitely
Yeah.
Northeast is not patient. Everything moves fast. That's cool.
We are
Fast-paced.
fast. And
That's a
for
fact.
barbecue to, you know, for folks that aren't, I guess, part of that culture,
Yeah.
slowing down is like watching paint dry. You know, it's
That's a
a point of
fact.
anxiety.
Strenuous.
They just want to run. Yes, it's tedious. You know, they just want to hurry up and get it done. Hey,
Where would
just-
you say the number one places are for the culture?
All of it.
All of it.
Tennessee, Alabama,
I know Tennessee's
Arkansas,
St. Louis,
Texas,
St. Louis, Texas, yeah.
Missouri, Texas, all of it. You want to know why? Because they're unique. Barbecue is a fingerprint. Just like your Peakley's, right, brother?
Yup.
Just like Peakley's. Some folks like it really spicy. Some people like it a little bit more tangy. Some people want it sweet. Some people want it bland.
All likes the mild one.
I like the tangy.
But he started to deal with the spice.
I tried, but he did come with one that was extra hot.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
you're
And we ate it
Yeah.
with the jerk chicken.
Yeah.
Right. Everywhere got a footprint. I heard
Exactly.
St. Louis got a
And-
different one.
Oh, yeah.
Texas, North Carolina.
The
got their own
Carolinas, and to them, all of theirs is the best. Nobody can make it better.
facts. They
Yo,
play
for
the
real,
barbecue.
yo.
A lot of TV shows on that.
But here's the thing, there is none of that up here, and that's my goal. I want to establish that Boston fingerprint on barbecue, and the folks that are out here currently that are doing it, they're doing it out of hobbyists. There are those who do it and they have a passion for it. And then there are those who do it who are just, I want to make my quick buck. Those are the cats that you'll find raisins in your potato salad.
Oh,
And as black folks,
that's a no.
No.
As my man Dick Double would say, that's
trying
a
to hit
definite
you with
no.
raisins.
no. Don't call the police, call an ambulance
Trying to
because you're
hit
about to
you
get
with
your
raisins,
ass whooped.
potatoes. No.
Who started putting the raisins in the potato salad?
Anglo-Saxons.
Saxophones? Oh,
I don't
man.
know who did it, but whoever did
They
it,
wasn't black.
Right.
whoever did it need like a tomato thrown at them.
Yeah, few
That,
of
like
them.
boo them like we boo the Yankees.
Out of a cannon.
Yeah, exactly.
Tomato out of a cannon. Like a cannon size.
You know how many times I've had to adapt something to make it work for something it doesn't belong to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Evolution, baby.
barbecue is, I guess you could say, I don't want to say survival food, but it is. It's just
Well,
like as it was
Love
in the
it.
beginning.
Woo, and I'm a survivor,
That's
baby.
it,
But
but
it is survival food. The history of it.
oh yeah,
Because it was the scraps or the meats that the slave masters were given, and we have to make the best of it.
Very, very true. And then from there, they realized, oh, this is great. And then they started competing amongst themselves. Oh, this plantation has better food than this one, and that one has better than, and it became a thing.
Black people have resiliency who can make a delicacy out of anything.
Precisely. But here's the thing, and it was like I had a conversation with a gentleman named Pastor Daniel Walker, good guy, and he asked me this great question, and he was like, is barbecue specifically black? And I had to sit there and think about it and say, no, it's American. Barbecue, if you really put your mind to it, is the only American cuisine that we have. And we'll sit there and say,
True
and
that.
you ask you're a European, like when I mean like from Ireland or England or wherever, and you ask them, or anybody for that matter, not from America, what's American? And they'll say cheeseburger or French fries.
Cheeseburger is like German.
Precisely.
Pizza
All
is
these
Italian.
foods.
Barbecue is American.
It's very much American, and it was and there are variations of it from here all the way down to the Caribbean to South America, and they have different variations of open pit wood fire infusion. And if you think about it, right, the process of barbecue also adapted old school, or what I would call frontier refrigeration.
Yeah.
In order for Americans to go from the east and work their way west, they needed to preserve their food. And how they did so is they did it in either two methods, salt or smoke.
One or the other.
Preservative.
Yes.
I wonder this. Are you looking to open up some Wade's brick and mortars and shit like that?
You better believe it.
Okay,
my aim, and it's the reason why I do this, my aim for all of this, a phenomenal question, and the main reason is when in 2024 and the doors had to close, I was at a low. And then I started reading a lot of the support and the boards, Reddit and this and Facebook.
You know, I was repping.
And and everybody was so supportive that it, reinvigorated me. It pulled me out of that funk. And my main goal, or what I realized is y'all won't let me out. I keep trying to get out, but they keep bringing me back in.
So I asked that to ask this. Have you ever thought of bringing it to like Shark Tank? I think they'll eat it up. Them sharks are hungry.
With Shark Tank, I run into this, the same problem with here, the bankers here.
Okay.
This is that here in Boston, they don't realize how big a market actual good barbecue, recognizable barbecue is. It's not just the stuff, Tennessee barbecue or Texas barbecue, but ours. You guys, you've had my food. I'm sure you've tasted it. That it's, but with it, right? And I'm not trying to say that mine is better or anything else.
Yeah.
But as unique as Texas is to barbecue, as compared to, say, Alabama or Georgia or whatever, mine has that same effect. It has a bunch of different elements and aspects of all of those places, but very uniquely Boston. It's bold. It's in your face. It has a little bit of heat, but drops you right back off. I'm telling you, man. You have.
I see some sauce.
I'm telling you, you have a few bites of that, man. You're gonna be out here wearing. You'll be out here wearing a Larry Bird throwback jersey, a scally cap, some cut-off jeans, and flip-flops, jumping over snow mountains. It's Boston.
I see you got the sauce, man. Is this your signature sauce?
Brother, that is my sauce. That is my sauce. That is an original thing that my father helped me. Well, he coached me. Okay. Everyone is always trying to get his recipe, and I begged it long enough, like a gremlin. Come on, Dad. Please.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Look, I'm gonna give you the foundation. That means these 3 foundation ingredients, and from there,
and you freak it."
And how he said it was, it cannot taste like mine or any of your predecessors. So I worked on this thing for years.
Really?
When I say years, so a little story about me is when I got out of the service, I was, I don't want to say I was messed up, but I was definitely lost. Adjusting back to civilian world was difficult. It was loud, it was concussive, and it always kept me in a state of anxiety. I was ready to fight something, anything. And it became horrible. And giving me something like that to work on helped focus my brain, and it became something that I was just pushing hard and hard and hard for. And and every time I brought him back for years, I come back here, let me say this is the cup, right? Like, hey, Dad, try this. And he'd take it and he'd go, and he'd be very specific. Too much heat on this end, too much bitter, too much tang, too much, and dial it back here, more here, so on and so forth. He was on it.
That's sick.
Now when I got it right, hey, Dad, try this. He goes, My father, he'll exaggerate.
He's hitting
he
every.
exaggerates.
He's hitting every taste bud by doing that though. I know that.
He's exaggerating. He's up there, make all the noise and everything else, and then he shoots it like it was a tequila shot. Shoots it, and he goes, need some salt. Needs a little bit of salt. Of course, that's when I realized. That's when I knew. That was his saying. That's
good.
This is it. And
he ain't gonna say that's good, but he gonna say you need some salt.
And having conversations, and he was like, you know what I really like about this? And my father, he's old school. So when he talks to you, he has to talk to you. The hands and all that. And my father's thing was, and he used terms like, look at here, and and he was killer with this. You jive turkey.
Oh! You got called a jive turkey. For real.
But, that was funny to us. But my father would be like, hey, look at here. You know what I really like about this? And he's like, this is real good. What I really like about this is that it feels and looks thin. But when it gets hot, it gets thick and almost airy, and it just blends perfectly. And my father, I never really hear him go in depth too much about certain things, and that was one of the things that I had the pleasure of, being able to soak up. My father was.
That's fire.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he was. They used to call him Bo Nose because he knew everything. He knew drafting, agriculture. He can. After he patch up your drywall, he can go and build you a new flower bed and put flowers in the joint, and then put the trellis up behind it, and then run the gutters, and then be up on the damn ladder painting the daggone.
That's sick.
That's Pops.
All the trades, wear all the hats.
All of it.
What's the most requested food you get asked for, and what's your favorite to make?
So the most requested, you already know, is the brisket. Brisket all day. People turn into straight dope fiends over that. Y'all, I'm telling you.
Brisket zombies, huh?
Yo, I'm telling you, the only reason why I didn't bring it in this studio, because you'd have people on that glass right there, tongue licking the whole daggone thing. Just, come on, baby. Just a little tasty
how real
taste.
The brisket is? This guy came with a platter, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see this.
Oh, yeah. Yo, homeboy shows up with a platter.
Oh, is that one of your joints right there?
Yo, that was last summer, yeah.
How bad he missed it, y'all.
Yo,
you can see the camera. That's how long he missed
he
it.
came with his own joint?
He came with a big old platter. Big
body platter, y'all. You see this? This is live, y'all. This is real talk. This is real footage.
Barbecue does that. It's like
waiting. That guy was waiting. Those mad people were like, yo, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, we glad you back. Mine was crazy.
And you think about it, right? Like, all those folks like you was talking about from Shark Tank, right? They can do that with a sock company, or this company, or that company.
Yeah.
But they don't grasp, say, the lack of barbecue up here in Boston. And then, on top of that, the ownership in which we've taken it. Like, think about it. Like, there's a lot of joints had popped up and withered away. Right. And they throw weird stuff like, peanut encrusted smoked wings with a Thai peanut sauce. Oh,
whoa.
God. Yeah. I was like, hey, man, Thai food, my barbecue over here.
A lot of stuff is like commercial.
Yes.
Stuff.
Let me have a kimchi smoked brisket burger. If you made your ribs, your brisket, your chicken, your collards, your mac, all of that the same way for 40, 50 years, guess what? You will continue to see an increase around here only because it's the same.
Yeah,
I call it
definitely a void.
I call it delicious, identifiable barbecue. You don't want no. I'm sorry. You don't want no extra on your. You don't want no extra on that. You don't want no raisins in your potato salad or coleslaw. You don't want.
Man, that's cold-blooded.
Exactly. You don't want no daggone kale shavings drizzled on your daggone on your mac and cheese because.
Nah, but sometimes people try to do too much.
Too much.
You see with the chips. They try to flaming hot drink.
Yeah.
What's the craziest request you've got to make? Anything like insane?
Yes. Yes. So I have a cousin Benji. My family are my greatest supporters, and my greatest supporters by hating. We spell it H8T. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
We hate. You know, the hate hand come out and be like,
hateful eight.
Exactly. But my cousin, I remember a few years back before I started really going real hard with barbecue. With my new smoker, with Bonnie Jean, that is. I had this little one, this little smoker that I used to bring with me. And my cousin, I used to put pictures of my platters and everything else. And my cousin would, in the comments, mess around and put, "Hey, I made some vegan ribs." So vegan ribs, you know what those are? And for real, as God is my witness, for real, I got legit mad. They were carrots covered in carrots roasted. No, dry rubbed first. Dry rubbed first, and then glazed over with.
Man.
Yo, it was the most.
Man.
See, it has a physical reaction. I'm sorry. I may be a purist.
Vegan ribs.
They're vegan ribs. Vegan ribs. I did have somebody come in. Oh, I really wanted to try something, but I'm vegan.
Oh, what was you tell them? Give them some sides.
Some mac and cheese.
Give them some potato salad.
Well, yeah. Well, they can't. Well, if they're vegan, it all depends on them. What level of vegan they are. They can't have things with faces. So mac and cheese is out because it has egg in it.
That's vegan. Vegetarians can't.
Yeah.
They can eat mac and cheese.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Vegans can't have eggs,
and milk. They can't have cheese. They can't have nada.
Nada.
Yeah. So I told them, I was like, yeah, I got something for you. And I turned to one of my peoples. I was like, "Yo, Sue." I was like, "Hey, could you get some ice water?" And she's like, "We ain't got no ice." I was like, "Well,
no vegan menu
okay.
today.
We got vegan ice. We got that vegan ice.
That
What I
vice.
mean? Exactly.
Collard greens.
Nope. Turkey neck, brother.
Oh.
Amen.
Put them
Amen.
turkey necks in
Yes.
them.
Turkey neck.
Rice.
You gotta be quick on the go.
You be having rice, right?
Yeah. I started for a little bit, but after 2 weeks, I was like, no, because it wasn't selling. Yo, I had fried okra on that joint.
Oh, I remember that.
They was selling like crazy. I'm like, and I remembered I had somebody was like, "Yo, people, what's an okra?" I was like, "It's a vegetable, bro." You know what I mean? What else? But they never heard of it. Well, but that's my point.
I go to a lot of barbecue places and I notice they don't have the potato salad too much. I'm like, what?
You know what else
going
they don't
on?
have? You know what else they don't have?
Yams.
Candy yams.
Yeah, what's up with that? I went to a spot there.
I went to a couple soul. You
I
can't
don't know yams.
How can you go to a soul food place with no yams or
Yeah, I
no
was
potato salad? That's a staple.
Yeah.
I had some really good looking potato salad. I'm talking good.
Yeah.
Good. And
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. And it was. I'm telling you, it had everything on it and everything else. And I remembered my bro Goat was like, yo, he was like, yo, you need to put more relish and some sugar in this bitch.
Sugar.
And I'm like, yo, and I was like, man, you don't know what he was like. I was like, man, trust me, I know what this.
I did that.
I'm a big Goat, man. Leave the cooking to me,
recipe.
man. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. And he says, here. And he took a cup, put some of that potato salad, put a spoonful of this and some of that, stirred that joint up. Yo, lo and behold, I was like,
no, that's it.
Goat.
That's what I did on my last batch. Put a little sugar in there.
Yeah. If you go to Tennessee, right, you go to Memphis or Nashville, and you walk around long enough, again, they have barbecue joints like we got Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah,
except it's more. They got barbecue liquor store, gun store, barbecue liquor store, gun store. Straight up.
Gun store, strip club.
Yeah, strip club. Yeah, that's right.
And they serve food.
Strippers. Yeah.
Barbecue food.
Some of the good food.
Are you a yellow mustard guy in the potato salad? Little yellow mustard dab?
So, yes, a little bit, but it's a mix. But I'm a yellow and a Dijon. And it has to have, oh yes, of course. But it has to, again, when it comes to, mixing your ratios of everything.
Facts.
Everything. And a lot of people can sit there and say, well, this is a quarter cup of this and a teaspoon of that. and still come out wrong. Whereas
yeah.
you come across that seasoned lady, you
that
know,
eye measurement.
You know, the lady that grab a handful.
Yeah.
Big mama, baby,
yeah,
big mama.
Facts. That's what you need.
That's my sister. Shout out to Roxanne. That's my sister all day. She does that like in her sleep. You know,
lit.
Oh yeah. And then after that, start talking trash. You know, but that's my sister. That's my little sister. Again, we love and we hate. This what you see in front of you, and everything that you've ever
I'm a
eaten
connoisseur for that.
from my restaurant there. Everything you've ever eaten is all part of my family or my life experience. From the Navy, from my aunt.
Thank you
from
for your services,
grandparents.
by the way.
I appreciate
Thank you
that.
for your services, brother.
Thank you.
Salute.
But it's all part of my experience. That potato salad, I told you the story of goat and everything else, and how he helped me tweak that. That has a little bit of goat in it. You know what I mean?
I got a lot of Wade barbecue content on this phone.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Chop it up with Stack Instagram. You'll
Word.
definitely see his presence.
You know what the common thing is? People ask me is, hey, your collard greens, how come you don't use ham hocks? My collard greens, actually, I base my recipe and method off of my Aunt Donna. Rest in peace, my Auntie Donna Wade. I remember, like, you know, I guess growing up, you know, with my mother, we didn't get to, my mother wasn't making no collard greens with us. You know, she brought us to our grandmas and aunties, you know, where they had plenty of collard greens. You can take a rib, too, because take this call. But that's what I was saying. My Aunt Donna threw down when it came to those turkey necks. And I remembered I sat and watched her make that broth and everything else, and she picked that stuff. I'm talking bone clean, neck vertebrae clean. Even pulled the spinal cord right out the middle.
All that.
I am Boston as it gets.
Hell yeah.
As Boston as it gets. And I'm not trying to say I'm more Boston than anybody else, but I was born and raised here, and this food that I call mine, that I call Boston barbecue, or this style, this movement I'm trying to do, was born here, born of family. It's all of its roots are all barbecue.
Are you ever into any food competitions?
So no. Well, actually, that's not true. I
was wondering that.
So I've never done any sanctioned barbecue competitions where you have a bunch of people sitting at a table.
But for fun, though, I got them. Yeah.
Yes, but
those are the best ones.
Hey, man, yo, Columbia Point. Shout out to the Point again. You know, you guys are my identity. The Point. Everybody has a grill, and everybody says they do it better.
Yeah.
You know, Tim Dog. You know what I'm saying? Danny. All these cats, like all these folks that have always challenged me, and when I mean challenged, as these are legit friends, brothers, since since the sandbox, since the beginning, diapers.
Those are the best ones.
Oh yes, because I'm saying the shit we talk, the crap that we talk, is all love, and it always pushes us forward. My man Tim, he's a great, I'm talking phenomenal cook. You know, but he doesn't work in kitchens. So, but that doesn't matter squat. You're just talking
people have
methods.
their own feng shui.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have a favorite thing to cook on? Is it the grill? Is it the kitchen? The smoker? What's your number one go-to?
My favorite is the smoker. And there's a good reason why. My smoker, I didn't build it. A gentleman out in a gentleman named Mike out in Abington fabricated for me some years ago. But my girl, or my ex-girl at that time, came down with breast cancer, and she was going through it. And her and I had a very long relationship, and it was a loving one. And during that time, we split. And around COVID time, we started, I guess you could say, reconciling.
Yep.
Shortly after, she came back to Boston and got her treatment because her cancer started spreading. I went out to Martha's Vineyard, and that's where I came up with the idea for the smoker. And I'm sketching, and
Oh, you designed it?
Yes, but the design that is out there now, and what I was drawing completely different. Mike helped me, he helped me focus and figure out exactly what I wanted. Yep. And how I wanted it, and I designed this, and it was unique. It was a cabinet smoker, but it had all these bells and whistles. But I designed this, put money on it. Bonnie came down to the island, and her and I had a very eye-opening and, I guess you could say, heart-bearing conversation and things like that, and like how we felt not only about each other and how we were with each other, and. And that's the woman that I absolutely loved. And about 2 months later, or a month later, she passed away. She succumbed to her cancer. Breast cancer sucks. But I will admit, I was lost. I'm telling you, like, when you lose somebody that, like, there's losing your family and losing a friend. But when someone holds such a big, huge space in you, no matter what your moment may be. Old arguments just seem arbitrary.
That's a fact.
And I was lost. And I'm back mainland. I'm over at my boy Nick's house. And my way of dealing, and I'll admit to your followers and everybody else, was my way of dealing then was at the bottom of a bottle. And it was not pretty. It was not pretty at all, and I was self-destructive.
Yeah, I see it.
And then Mike brought that smoker, and I'll let me be real with you. That smoker, I'm looking at it, and I'm questioning whether I ever even look at barbecue, because nothing tasted right, nothing looked right, nothing smelled right. I was literally being haunted by my own trauma. I smelled her everywhere. Damn. I could hear her when people just, and I was driving myself crazy, and this thing came along. He delivered it, and while my friends were really happy about it, I was just very deadpan.
Yeah.
And then, my boy got my shout out my best friend Nick. That's my brother, like my blood, for real. And Nick got me the best thing you can ever get a brother. You know what he got me? Pack of leg quarters.
Was that food?
Yeah, pack of leg quarters. A pack of leg quarters. I was like, and I looked at it, I was like, all right. So I seasoned them jacks up and seasoned the smoker.
Seasoned the smoker.
We'll get back to that. I saw that. So you have to season the smoker. But anyway, season the smoker. And mind you, I'm drinking the entire time. I'm a wreck. I can't even be around my godkids. I'm a wreck. I get that thing lit.
To the meat.
Got the smoke. I got that chicken in. I had some ribs, I forgot. Threw those in and smoked. And smoked. It was almost 30 degrees out. So it was cold, and I smoked. No, it was like about 45, but still smoked. Smoked. And it took forever, and I'm learning this new smoker of mine, and I'm smoked it. The chicken came out the ribs came out on point. And I remember the time I spent in front of that smoker, I felt closer to my father, who passed away 2 years earlier.
Yeah.
And then Bonnie, just a couple months from that point. And when I tell you that thing is real, when I slowly begin to drop all that weight. Bottle was no longer my problem or my solution.
I've been at them points, and I'm like, I couldn't even rap or think to rap.
Yeah.
But once I turned on that and locked in, I said, yo, you know what? This is slowly getting me over the hump.
I'll be honest. I wanted to go, and when I smoked that thing, and I felt my father, and I felt Bonnie, and I felt my grandfather, and all the people that came before me. I just felt it, and it felt right. Yeah. And then when I ate, I tasted right.
Yeah.
I started tasting stuff again. Barbecue will humble any man, anyone, because it requires you to mess up.
Let's throw out all the information.
My name is David Wade. You can go over to Wade Barbecue on Facebook. and you can look me up at D Wade Barbecue on Instagram. And those are those two primaries that I do use.
Yeah.
But if either one of those or even Google, you can reach out and find my contact information, email. And I operate primarily as catering and pop-up. Fair, festival, music, event, all of it. I want to be there. If it ain't got smoke, I'm bringing the smoke. I'm going to show you.
Oh, let's go. Talk your ish.
Camera one, right?
Yeah.
Camera one.
Oh.
No, you can block
little
us.
dog. Yup. Oh, yeah. You can see that sauce
That
glistening.
right there, that's Boston barbecue. That's bold. Delicious. Look at that gloss.
Bold and never gets old.
Yup.
Even eat it in the cold.
Oh, yes.
Taste so good, make you want to smack your TV. And on that note, y'all know what it is, man. Wiley Sparks, Cambridge Gucci Live. Y'all know what I say, man. Cambridge Gucci Man.
Hello everybody, this is your boy Wiley Sparks, other known as Cambridge. Gucci Man with a special announcement to make. Now I hope everybody brought their appetites and they ready for this Monday, April 27th at Red Bones Barbecue in Davis Square. This is a special pop-up event brought to you by Wade Barbecue at Red Bones in Somerville. This Monday, April 27th, 12 p.m. until the food runs out. And yes, Wade will be serving up the classics such as brisket, pulled pork, smoked chicken, and more. Famous sides such as barbecue beans, turkey collard greens, potato salad, and all that good stuff. You do not want to miss out on this event. Once again, this is Wade's Barbecue Pop-Up at Red Bones in Davis Square, 55 Chester Street, Somerville, Mass. Monday, April 27th, 12 p.m. until the food runs out.